Hi, this is Matthew Robert Payne, and this is the book He's Redeeming Love. This is chapter 76, and this is Start to Record Videos. This chapter title is Start to Record Videos. When the world had the global economic meltdown, we had a new government that was elected in Australia where I live, and the new government came out with a stimulus package, and part of that package was to give each person on a disability pension and other people on pensions and people on low incomes money, a handout that was a stimulus package. And it was their idea, if they gave us low income earners money, that we'd go out and spend the money on goods and services, and that would stimulate the economy. So they decided that they'd get the government in debt to stimulate business and to stimulate the economy and try and pull ourselves out of the global slowdown. At that time, they gave me about $1,300. I remember I bought a computer, and I bought a video camera to record videos. It's only recently, in the last 3 months, that video camera's stopped, and I've started to record videos straight off my Apple laptop. Not as professional and not as professional backing as I had with the videos, but nonetheless it's working. So I got this new video camera, and after 6 months I learned how to work the camera and how to record the camera and how to upload the movies onto a computer, how to process them, how to edit them, and how to upload them onto YouTube. And I started to preach online. I wasn't getting many opportunities to preach at church, and so I decided to start to preach online and start to teach on things like I've been teaching in my articles. By this stage, I've got over 1,000 videos on YouTube now. As this video goes up, and there's been 3 books that I've recorded so far on video. Each chapter of the book have been recorded and transcribed and edited and proofread and made into a book, and so tremendous amount of videos go into each book chapters, and so I get a collection of videos. And so I started to record videos back then, and I was excited to map out subject titles, and I'd write down titles and maybe a bit of information about what I was going to share in the video, and then I'd shoot the video, and I'd do about 5 at a time, and then upload them all onto my computer, and then process them all, and then upload them all onto YouTube. What used to take maybe an hour to record 6-10-minute videos took about 4 to 5 hours to process and upload onto YouTube. So there was about 5 to 1 sort of work involved, at least 3 to 1 work involved in the amount of time that it took to shoot the video. It took 3 times that amount of time to actually get it up onto YouTube. So when you see over 1,000 videos on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, it's just a sign that there's been thousands of hours put into, at least 3,000 hours put into uploading all those videos onto YouTube. So when you're called to be a teacher of the Word of God, and when you're called to be a writer, when you're writing articles at a rate of 5 or 10 per week, and you're starting to record 5 videos per week as a teacher, you get this personal satisfaction that starts to reign in your life. I remember since since my wife left me, or before my wife left me, I had a spirit of death that was hanging around my life and constantly trying to talk me into committing suicide. And I had 3 occasions in my life where I was serious about committing suicide, and each time I was talked around by someone and talked out of it. And two of the 3 times, the people weren't even aware that they were talking me out of suicide by the things they said. I think I've shared one time when I was in the shower and my mother sent my younger brother in to save me the first time I decided to kill myself, but there was 2 or 3 other times where I was serious about killing myself, and I had to be talked around, that I haven't shared in the book. I remember it saying in one of the Gospels, if everything that Jesus said and done were recorded in books, then the world wouldn't have enough space to fit the books in that really happened. And the same is true when you're doing a biography. You can't record everything that happened in your life because the book would be too thick and it'd be too much for people to read. And so I had this spirit of death in my life that was constantly trying to have me suicide, and I certainly lived for many years with no desire to live. And Jesus had told me when I was going to commit suicide once through a pastor that I wasn't to kill myself, and he didn't want me to end my life through killing myself, and I was to stay alive to move in ministry and do what he wanted me to do, and I wasn't allowed to take my own life. And from that time I'd lived in a place where I didn't want to live, where I would prefer if someone came into a bank and shot me as holding up a bank. I'd prefer to have someone shoot me, or me die of cancer or die of some disease, rather than live. And for many years I lived, I think 14 years I lived with this desire to depart this earth and no desire to really live on earth. And it was while I was attending street level church and starting to cry out all my pain that this desire to end my life and this desire not to live anymore lifted off me, and the spirit of death left me. So I was left with a state of being where I wasn't always wanting to be dead. Wasn't always wanting to be dead and in heaven, but I was starting to enjoy life. So as I recorded the videos, and as I was getting inspiration to record videos, and as I was getting inspiration to write articles, and as I was spending time with Sarah more and more in the kitchen and working voluntary and giving a bit back to the brokenhearted and the homeless in our community centre at the Salvation Army, I was feeling this tremendous sense of purpose, and this was exciting for me to be in a position where I wanted to live, and feeling that I was achieving something. On the article website called ezinearticles.com, you could see how many people were reading each article, and it gave you a total count of how many people were reading your articles each month. And I think at the moment I have about 6,000 people read my articles each month, and my YouTube videos seem to get watched by about 4,000 people a month. And so it's pretty impressive that through video and through articles on the internet that I'm reaching about 10,000 people a month, and it gives you a tremendous sense of purpose, especially when you start to write books and get books published like I have been doing in recent years. It's exciting to see, and an exciting life. So recording the videos was another step for me, and it brought a little joy into my life. It gave me a sense of purpose and direction, gave me things to do in the middle of the nights when I was staying up all night. I certainly didn't mind spending the 3 hours processing every hour of video, because I had so many hours to spare during the night, and uploading video is certainly the best thing to do in the middle of the night when no one is using the bandwidth. When you're doing it in a peak season, it takes a lot longer to upload things onto YouTube, and so in the middle of the night it suited me really well to be uploading the videos at that time. So that's my little bit about uploading videos.